So, hey people, I got another question about coming out kinky. Um, this was one about how to explain to your family that you are kinky, that you are into this, and what I have to, you saw, if you, I would say, before you get into this video, go watch my other video about what I, about coming out as kinky. Um, but if you really want to come out, this is the thing you have to keep in mind. We are really not accepted by mainstream society yet. And the thing is that I'm really not looking for acceptance. I'm looking for tolerance. So the thing is that you have to understand that when you bring this to people, it's really going to be about who that person is, about how you bring it out. In my own life, uh, I've been, my parents, they know what I do somewhat. I'm not, I have never sat down with my dad and had a conversation about the slaves in my life. My mom knows what's going on in my life. I have, in very general terms, explained it. And it's kind of difficult. It is. I will say it's not like coming out as being gay. Oh, I just, how you love mom. Well, that's how I love Frank. That conversation is a little bit different than, how you love mom. Well, I like being beaten. That's a much more difficult conversation. I would honestly say that if you're gonna come out, you be honest, but in very general terms. I like doing, I live this special lifestyle. I do, these things, and these things, I do, do some things that you may not do. If they really want to know, show them. So, show them some movies like Secretary. That would probably be your best. Give them, if they really, really, really want to know, give them a copy of S&M 101, BDSM 101 by Jay Wiseman, which is something that you should have read before you gave it to them. The thing is that when you're coming out as kinky, you have to be aware it's like coming out as gay, except that now if you come out as gay, it really depends on how ultra religious your family is. Kind of the same thing here. If you have a very liberal family, they will be more open to it. If you have a very conservative family, then you may want to hold back a bit. It's difficult. I mean, there's been so many times in my life that I have had slaves that when I go to meet their family, I am not their master, I am their boyfriend. And even though I don't like the whole boyfriend routine, I understand its purpose. It's just like how, how gay couples, this is my friend Frank, instead of this is my boyfriend Frank. It is, you're talking about coming out in a time where, again, we're not really, accepted because people don't understand us. That doesn't mean that you can't. I would recommend, if you are going to come out, keep it simple. Keep it basic. And always punctuate it by, and it makes me happy. That's the main thing. If what you're doing is making you happy, then your family is more likely to be okay with it. And that's really what it is. If your family is okay with it, then they're going to, they may not may not like it, they may not understand it, but they'll respect that it's what makes you happy. And that's really the key. It's about doing, making them understand that what you're doing is making you happy. That it's not hurting you, that you are in total control, that you have the right to say no. All of these little key things that they want to know about. Make sure they understand. So, I could probably go on, but I would be just repeating myself at this point. So, again, check the links below, like, subscribe, all that other BS that YouTube likes. That's it for now. Be well and safe.